Hello students, so in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the first week of the September month. Session will be quite interesting, stay tuned till the end. In this video a total of 60 important current affairs will be discussed. Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website CHSL.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. First question is, which organization has recently released a report titled Pathways and Strategies for Accelerating Growth in Edible Oil Towards the Goal of Atmanirbharta, outlining the strategic interventions to increase domestic oil production of India by 43.5 million tons for self-sufficiency. Which is that organization? It is Niti Aayog. The report underscored that over the last decade, per capita consumption of edible oil in India has increased exponentially, reaching 19.7 kilograms per year. So in order to increase the production of edible oils in India, right, this report was released by Niti Aayog. Next, which of the following central public sector enterprise not recently has granted the Navratna status? So which of them have not been granted the Navratna status? It is Central Electronics Limited. So rest, Railtel Corporation of India, Solar Energy Corporation of India, National Hydroelectric Power Corporation of India and Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited, they all has been granted the status here of Navratna. Next, which country has recently signed an MOU with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India to enhance bilateral cooperation and exchange expertise in the field of public sector auditing? It is Saudi Arabia, right? So Saudi Arabia has signed a MOU with Comptroller and Auditor General of India to enhance bilateral cooperation and exchange expertise in the field of public sector auditing. And who is our Comptroller and Auditor General of India? Girish Chandra Murmu. Next, which bank recently launched Giga, that is a comprehensive financial suite designed specifically for gig workers and freelancers? So Giga, this was developed by or launched by HDFC Bank, right? This Giga, this is a business debit card that will provide accelerated cashback and personal accident death cover of up to 10 lakh rupees. Next, who has been recently reappointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Central Depository Service Limited of India? Nehal Vora, appointed as MD and CEO of CDSL. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Director General of CISF, Central Industrial Security Forces? So, Rajvinder Singh Bhatti. He has been appointed as the Director General of CISF. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Anish Dayal Singh. Next, which airline has recently received foreign direct investment approval from Government of India for the proposed merger of Vistara with Air India Limited? It is Singapore Airlines, right? Singapore Airlines received the approval from Government of India for foreign direct investment with Air India Limited, and once completed, this merger will be one of the world's largest airline group. Also, the flight code for Vistara will change from UK to AI. Next, Name India's first indigenously developed pollution control vessel of Indian Coast Guard that recently launched at the event that was held in Goa Shipyard Limited. So what is the name of that pollution control vessel? It is Samudra Pratap. Right? This is the first indigenously built PCV. Apart from this, this was the first. If we are talking about the second, it is GSL Yard 1267. Right, take a note of this. And this Samudra Pratap, it will be dealing with oil spills. And Yard 1267, this will be dealing with the maritime environment, pollution in the maritime environment. Next, in India, in August, India launched its first survey of high-risk glacial lakes in the Tuang and Dibang Valley of Dash. So this Tuang and Dibang Valley, they are in Arunachal Pradesh, and India has launched the first ever high-risk glacial lake survey in this state. This will evaluate the geo-coordinates, boundaries, elevation and other land patterns to install early warning systems and weather stations. Next is name the Indian athlete who has recently honored at the INS Satavahana, the Indian Navy's submarine training establishment. So who is that Indian athlete? Jyoti Yaraji. Jyoti Yaraji, remember, for her groundbreaking achievement as the first female Olympic hurdler from India, Jyoti Yaraji became the first Indian athlete ever to represent India in the women's 100-meter hurdles event. Right, and this INS Satavahana, this is the premier submarine training establishment of the Indian Navy, and this comes under the Eastern Naval Command. Next is, which of the following points are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Maharashtra on 30th of August? If we look at the options, A and B are right, C is wrong. C is saying PM Modi addressed a special session on the 4th Global FinTech Festival held at Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So remember, this was not the 4th. This was the 5th edition of this Global FinTech Fest. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to National Conference of District Judiciary held in New Delhi on 31st of August? If we look at the options, option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying PM also unveiled 75 rupees coin which is made up of pure gold with a diameter of 44 millimeter and weighs around 75 grams. Is it correct? Remember, this is 44 millimeter 75 rupees coin, but it is not of 75 grams, it is of 40 grams. Now option B is right. Next, which organization has signed a tripartite MOU with Delhi Development Authority and MCD for drone surveys to combat land encroachments in New Delhi? Which is that organization? It is Survey of India. So Survey of India, DDA and MCD has signed this tripartite MOU. Next, name the project that was recently launched by Indian Army to provide support and services to defense pensioners, veterans and their families. The project name is Naman. Right? This will provide support and various services to the defense pensioners, veterans and their family members. Next, with which country did India sign the working plan on cooperation in the field of emergency management from 2025 to 2026? It is Russia. Right? The second meeting of the joint Russian-Indian Commission on the cooperation in the field of emergency management was held in Moscow, the capital of Russia. And India will host the third meeting of India-Russia Joint Commission on the cooperation in the field of emergency management in 2026. Next, which organization has adopted a framework document on the climate and sustainable development in its climate agenda in modern conditions forum held in Russia on 29th and 30th of August 2024? It will be BRICS bloc. This framework will cover various aspects of climate action that includes mitigation, adaptation, carbon markets, finance, science and business involvement. Next, which ministry has recently issued 6 new regulations that are related to the investors in PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana or other small saving schemes? So which ministry has released these 6 new regulations? It is Ministry of Finance. Next, which organization has recently signed an airframer contract with Safal Helicopter Engines Private Limited to develop and supply a helicopter engine named Aravali? So this Aravali is named after the hills that are in the north part of the India, or in the middle, in next to the Delhi NCR region. It starts from there and it goes till the Rajasthan part. Then which organization has released this or signed this airframer contract with Safal Helicopters? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and they will be developing these high power engines by the name Aravali, and they will be used in Indian multi-role helicopter and deck-based multi-role helicopters that are both designed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited only. Next, IPPB, they have celebrated their which foundation day on 2 September, or that is on 2nd September. So IPPB, they celebrated their 7th foundation day on 2nd September. Next, which of the following countries did not recently sign a charter and an MOU for the establishment of Colombo Security Conclave Secretariat in Colombo, Sri Lanka? So it is Seychelles, right? It is among them. Seychelles did not sign the charter, right, and an MOU for the establishment of this CSC, Colombo Security Conclave. Apart from this, India, Maldives, Mauritius and Sri Lanka, they have signed this conclave. If we talk about this Colombo Security Conclave, their aim is to address the traditional and non-traditional challenges, hybrid security challenges, correct, and that are coming to counter terrorism. I repeat, these Colombo Security Conclave aim to address the traditional, non-traditional, right, challenges that are coming, such as counter-terrorism, police, cyber security, law enforcement, etc. And for this, these are the countries that have signed recently. Next is, which of the following points are correct with respect to the recently released World Health Organization Southeast Asia Regional Status Report on Road Safety? If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Take a note. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to 5th edition of the Global FinTech Fest held in Mumbai, Maharashtra from 28th of August to 30th of August? If we look at those options here now, which among the following are rightly mentioned? It is option A and option C are right. B is wrong. B is saying that Geo Financial Service Limited, that is an NBFC, has become the first NBFC to implement National Payment Corporation of India's eKYC Setu status. Is it correct? Is it so? No. Remember, this is not Geo Financial Service Limited. The first NBFC that became to implement this NPCI's eKYC Setu status, it is your HDBFS. That is your HDB Financial Service Limited. They became the first NBFC. Next, according to Securities Exchange Board of India revised guidelines, the average daily delivery value of stocks in the cash market in the previous 6 months must be a minimum of 35 crore rupees. Next, according to the NSO National Statistical Office's quarterly estimate, India's GDP was estimated to be around how much for the first quarter of FY24? So FY25, it was estimated to be around 6.7% in the first quarter of FY25, right? And this was a 15-month low GDP for our India. If we talk about GVA, gross value added, it was at 6.8% for the same period. If we talk about India ratings, they projected India to grow by 7.1% in FY25. Next, which of the following is not among the winners of the 66th edition of the Raman Magsaysay Award? This Raman Magsaysay Award is given in the field of what and who recently won it? So first of all, see who won this. It was won by Ravi Kannan. Correct? Ravi Kannan, mark this. He won this award recently. And if we talk about him, Ravi Kannan, remember, he is the winner of the 66th edition of Raman Magsaysay Award. Then this Raman Magsaysay Award is also known as the highest honor of Asia. This award is also known as the Nobel Prize of Asia, right? And in this, 50,000 rupees or 50,000 US dollar, a citation and medallion is given as a cash prize. So among them, Ravi Kannan is not the winners. I correct myself. I must have said that he is the winner. He is among not the winners of the 66th edition of the Raymond Magsaysay Award. Apart from this, Mizayaki Hayo, Farviza Farhan, Karma Pushonto, and Nyukthi Nongfong. These are the 4 winners, but Ravi Kannan is not among the winners. I correct myself again. Next, who has recently been presented with the Olympic Order in Gold for his support to the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. So Emmanuel Macron, right, he is the president of France, and he was honored with the Olympic Order in Gold for his support for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games and the smooth running of these games. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Deputy Chief of Air Staff of the Indian Air Force. So Tejinder Singh, he has been appointed as the Deputy Chief of Air Staff of the Indian Air Force. He replaced whom? He replaced Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit. Apart from this, remember Tejinder Singh, he has been awarded with Vayu Sena Medal in 2007 and Ati Vashisht Sena Medal in 2022. Next, which bank has recently signed an MOU with the Department of Post of Tamil Nadu Postal Circle to provide registered post services? It will be HDFC Bank. Right, this bank, HDFC Bank, they have signed an MOU with the Department of Post of Tamil Nadu to provide registered post services. Next, name the world's first artificial intelligence and deep learning powered health monitoring app that was recently launched by Bisam Pharmaceuticals in Hyderabad, Telangana. It is Quick Vitals, right? So this is Quick Vitals. This is an AI powered health monitoring app launched by Bisam Pharmaceuticals, and this is the world's first AI powered health monitoring app. Next, which ministry has recently released Bio E3 Policy 2024? It has been released by Ministry of Science and Technology. It highlights 6 schemes such as your bio-based chemicals and enzymes, functional foods and smart chain proteins, carbon capture utilization, futuristic marine and space research, and so on. And this policy will foster high performance biomanufacturing in India, and India's bioeconomy increased from $10 billion in 2014 to over $130 billion in 2024. So almost 13 times increase we are seeing here, and it is projected to reach $300 billion by the year 2030. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the proposals approved by Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 2nd September? If we look at the options, option A and B are right, C is wrong. C is saying setting up the 4th semiconductor unit under the India Semiconductor Mission in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Is it correct? So no, this is not the 4th, but this is the 5th semiconductor unit that has been set up under India Semiconductor Mission, and it is being set up at Ahmedabad, Gujarat. See, the Gujarat is also known as the manufacturing hub for semiconductors. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the capital acquisition proposals approved by the Defence Acquisition Council? If we look at the options, all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, what was the outlay of AgriSure fund that was launched by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare? What is this AgriSure? Agri Fund for Startups and Rural Enterprises. So for startups in the agriculture sector and the enterprises there, correct, small businessmen, for them a fund was established by the name AgriSure. This fund was worth 750 crore rupees. Correct, take a note of this. So apart from this, also remember Shivraj Singh Chauhan, he launched this fund AgriSure as well as a Krishi Nivesh. This portal was also launched, correct, for making agriculture investments, you can say, right? So 750 crore rupees AgriSure fund was this. Next, which organization has recently signed an MOU with the Bureau of Energy Efficiency to promote energy efficiency in India? It is National Test House. National Test House, this is the organization that signed an MOU with BEE to promote energy efficiency in India. This MOU aims to promote sustainable development in India through energy conservation by saving electricity. Next, name that bilateral naval exercise between India and France that was held in the Mediterranean Sea from 2nd to 4th of September 2024. If we name the exercise, it is exercise Varuna. In this, P-8I aircraft of the Indian Navy took part in this exercise. This was held from 2nd to 4th of September. And this is the 21st edition, this is the 22nd edition of this exercise that was held. And if we talk about the 21st edition, it was held last year in 2023. Next, one more thing from Indian side, it is INS Vikrant that took part in this exercise, as well as INS Tabar. Next, which fintech company has launched India's first multi-brand co-branded credit card in partnership with RuPay and Yes Bank Limited? What is the name of that fintech company? It is Pop Tech Growth Private Limited. This is a Bengaluru based company and they have launched India's first multi-branded co-branded credit card, that is Yes Bank Pop Club RuPay credit card, which was developed in partnership with RuPay and Yes Bank. And this was launched during the 5th edition of the Global FinTech Fest held at Geo World Convention Center. Next, according to the World Bank's recently released India Development Update, India's GDP was estimated to be how much for the financial year 24-25? So in this World Bank's India's Development Update, India's GDP was estimated to be around 7% for FY25. Next, name the aerospace company that has recently achieved the successful maiden flight of India's first indigenous unmanned bomber aircraft, that is FWD-200B. This is an important question. You need to remember the name of this drone or this unmanned bomber aircraft, that is FWD-200B. What is the company? It is Flying Wedge Defense and Aerospace. This is the company that has achieved the successful flight of this FWD-200B, that is India's first unmanned bomber aircraft. Next, who has recently won National Chess Championship that was held in Haryana, Gurgaon? It was won by Karthik Venkataraman. Correct. And this was the 61st edition of the National Chess Championship that was held in Haryana. It was held in Gurugram, Haryana. Who secured the second position here? Grandmaster Ganguly Surya Shikhar secured second position here. Next, which organization has recently launched Vulture Count 2024 aimed to monitor, conserve India's vulture population? This is World Wildlife Fund. Correct. They have recently launched Vulture Count 2024 that is aimed at monitoring and conserving the India's vulture population. Also, this launch of the initiative aims at monitoring and conserving India's vulture population. It is scheduled from 7th of September till 6th of October. And it coincides with the International Vulture Awareness Day observed on 7th September. Next, which ministry has recently extended the deadline for the National Means Cum Merit Scholarship Scheme for the academic year 24 to 25 to 30th of September 2024? It is Ministry of Education. Next, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde inaugurated 27th edition of Dash at Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So, Maharashtra's Chief Minister Eknath Shinde inaugurated the 27th edition of National Conference on E-Governance. Right there, where was this held? At Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai, Maharashtra. There was a theme for this, theme being Viksit Bharat, Secure and Sustainable E-Service Delivery. This event was jointly organized by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances along with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Government of Maharashtra. Next, the President of India, Draupadi Murmu ma'am, has sanctioned the Dash Law Commission of India for 3-year terms from 1st September to 31st of August 2027. So this is the 23rd Law Commission of India that has been recently sanctioned by the President of India. Right, and this commission will have a full-time chairperson, and apart from this, 5 part-time members will be there. First Law Commission of India was established in 1955 and it was for 3 years. As this is the 23rd Law Commission, if I ask you who is the chairperson of the 22nd Law Commission, so Justice retired Rituraj Awasthi was the chairperson of the 22nd Law Commission of India. Next, to whom the President of India has delegated the powers to constitute and appoint members of any authority, board, commission, or statutory body under any law enacted by the Parliament applicable to the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi. So it will be given to the Lieutenant Governor, as it is a union territory, hence Lieutenant Governor, otherwise it will be a governor, right? So under the Article 239, what does this states? That the constitution has related to the administration of the union territories, and here president has given the power to lieutenant governor to appoint any authority, board or commission or statutory body that comes under any law enacted by the parliament, and they can appoint any person also to that committee or that body. Next, which insurance company has launched India's first Braille insurance policy named Special Care Gold, designed to provide the needs of persons with disabilities? So it is Star Health and Allied Insurance Company Limited. Any person aged between 18 to 65 years of age can avail this policy, and the policy offers a 1-year term with individual cover option of 4 lakh and 5 lakh rupees also. Next, name the fixed deposit scheme that was recently launched by the Bank of India with an interest rate of up to 7.25%. So this will be Star Dhan Vridhi. Correct. So Bank of India, it is India's leading public sector bank. They have launched a fixed deposit scheme called Star Dhan Vridhi, that is a term limit of 333 days effective from 1st of September 2024. Under the Star Dhan Vridhi, customers can deposit up to 3 crore rupees, and the bank's FD interest rate now range from 3 to 7.25% for general citizens. Next, which organization had recently signed an MOU with Indian Institute of Management of Kozhikode Laboratory for Innovation, Venturing and Entrepreneurship, that is IIMK Live, to drive innovation, research and support for the financial technology startups in India, that are your fintech startups. So which it will be? It is RBI Hub, that is Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. They have recently partnered with they have partnered with IIM Kozhikode Live, and this is basically to help the fintech startups grow, to do research and development there, to come up with new services, new technologies, so that these fintech startups can grow. Next, which day is annually observed as National Teachers Day across India? It is 5th of September, that is observed as National Teachers Day. It is observed on the birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna awardee Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, that is Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. He was the first Vice President of India and the second President of our India. And the first time it was observed in 1962, the Teachers' Day. Next, which company has recently acquired 35% equity stake in ExxonMobil Corporation's proposed world's largest low-carbon hydrogen facility in Texas, USA? So Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, they have acquired 35% stake in this organization. Next, which country will host the ICC World Test Championship final in the year 2025? It is United Kingdom. Right? Next, name the blockchain technology stack that was recently launched by Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology to provide blockchain as a service with geographically distributed infrastructure. It is Vishwasya. Right? This framework is aimed at promoting research and application development to enhance transparency, security and efficiency in digital service delivery. Then here only remember NBF Lite, Pramanik and National Blockchain Portal. These are the things that has been launched during this this has been launched by whom? By S. Krishnan, the Secretary of MEITY. Next is, which country's Navy has recently signed implementing agreement with Indian Navy to enhance cooperation on submarine rescue support? So, which country is it? It is South Africa. And this was signed during the 12th Indian South Africa Navy staff talks that were held in New Delhi. Next, name the India's first fashion forecasting initiative that was launched by Union Minister Giriraj Singh, our Union Minister of Textiles. The name of that is Visionex, right? This is first fashion forecasting initiative that will be predicting the India's forecast of culture or wearing style, the fashion style, correct, based on the India's culture and so on. Because we know in today's world all these forecasts are done for the Western cultures, Western organization or other foreign countries. So also to make sure in India that we follow the trends, the fashion that are coming from the local India only, right? That means from within in India only. For this, India's first AI and emotional intelligence enabled fashion forecasting initiative has been launched by the name Visio Next. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Brunei, Darussalam and Singapore on 3rd to 5th of September? If we look at the options here, option A and option C are right, B is wrong. B saying MOU signed between India and Singapore on cooperation in the operation of telemetry, tracking and telecommand station for satellite and launch vehicles. Is it correct? So no, here this MOU has been signed with which country? So it has been signed between India and Brunei. Correct, India and Brunei. Next, with which country India has recently launched infrastructure financing bridge to enhance their financial and professional service collaboration? It is United Kingdom. Next, which country has recently signed an MOU with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India to strengthen public sector audit cooperation? It is UAE, United Arab Emirates. And this MOU was signed by Girish Chandra Murmu, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Next, who is the chairperson of the Secretary formed 22 members advisory committee by SEBI to streamline the rules for listing obligations and disclosures? So, Rama Subramaniam Gandhi, right? He is the chairperson of a 22-member advisory committee that will streamline the rules for listing obligations and disclosures. Next, which mutual fund company has recently launched India's first Nifty 500 Momentum 50 index fund? So it will be Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund, right? This is the company that has launched India's first Nifty 500 Momentum 50 index fund. And the NFO new fund offer for this will begin on 2nd September 2024 and it will end on 16th of September 2024. Next, who has been recently appointed as the new Prime Minister of France? So Michael Barnier, he has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of France and he will be succeeding Gabriel Attal. Next, who was recently recommended for the position of Managing Director of SBI by FSIB? Who was appointed or who was recently recommended? Rama Mohan Rao Amara. He was recommended for the post of Managing Director of SBI by FSIB. So friends, that's all for the day. Now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial in your learning for your upcoming exams. Name the company or organization that has recently partnered with MOSCHIP and SocioNext for the design and development of a high-performance computing processor system on a chip called AUM. So what is the name of that organization? It is Center for Development of Advanced Computing, also known as CDAC. Right, this AUM processor is based on the ARM technology and built on TMSC 5 nanometer technology node. This partnership will design, develop and produce indigenous HPC processor in terms of the global standards. Next, name the spacecraft that has recently become India's first space-based solar observatory mission to complete the first halo orbit around the Sun-Earth Lagrange 1 point. What is the name of the spacecraft that was placed on this L1 point to study the surface of Sun? What is the name of that mission? It is Aditya L1 mission. It was launched by ISRO. Correct? And it has recently completed the first halo orbit around the Sun-Earth L1 point, that is Lagrange 1 point. And this Aditya L1 will study the surface of the Sun. Next, name the organization that recently in partnership with Blue Origin announced India as a partner nation in their human spaceflight program. What is the name of that organization? It is SERA, Space Exploration and Research Agency. They have recently partnered with Blue Origin and have announced India as their partner nation in their human spaceflight program. Right? Under this partnership, SERA will offer citizens from across the world 6 seats on future missions of New Shepard Blue Origin's reusable suborbital rocket. Beside India, Nigeria, Maldives, they have been allotted with a seat on this mission of Blue Origin. And here the rockets, or here these astronauts, 6 selected astronauts, will be on a fly mission of 11 minutes into the space using this Shepard rocket of New Origin or Blue Origin. Next, NASA is set to launch a telescope that has been named DASH in 2040 to find proof of extraterrestrial life that are aliens and inhabited planets beyond our solar system. So what is the name of that telescope? It is Habitable Worlds Observatory. This is the name of the telescope that will be launched by NASA. It will be launched in 2040 and it will be studying aliens. It will be finding the life or extraterrestrial life, and it will be finding aliens and inhabited planets that are beyond our solar system. Next, in July, Roscosmos, that is Russia's space organization, they have approved the schedule for the creation of Russian orbital station by which year? So this Russian orbital station will be scheduled to be completed by 2033 and it will be a space station of Russia. Your homework is name the space station of India. Right, there will be 5 modules in this space station of Russia, and when will be the first module launched and what is the expected date? Also give me the name of this space station. This is your homework. Next, Turkey, they have launched the first indigenously developed communication satellite by the name TurkSat-6A through space exploration technologies Falcon 9 rocket. Question asked is that this TurkSat-6A has been developed by which organization? So this TurkSat-6A is developed by Aselsan. Right, it is developed by Aselsan. Next, France, Germany, Italy and Poland, they have signed a letter of intent to jointly develop DASH during the NATO's 75th anniversary summit that was held in Washington DC, USA. So France, Germany, Italy and Poland, they have signed a letter of intent to jointly develop this long-range cruise missile. Right, and this was signed during the NATO's 75th anniversary summit that was held in Washington DC. Your another homework is to tell me who is the new Secretary General of NATO. Next, name the European Space Agency's new heavy lift rocket that has been recently launched into space for the first time from Europe's spaceport in French Guiana. Name of that is Ariane 6. Correct, it is ESA, European Space Agency. Their new heavy lift rocket has been launched into space for the first time. Correct, and French Guiana was an observer department of France in South Africa from where this was launched. This is a 63-meter tall rocket and it has been built with an estimate of 4 billion euros. Next, name the company that recently launched 4 new anti-drone products, namely Hawkeye, Barbaric, Sthirstep 640 and Prashastha. So which is that company? They have launched these 4 new anti-drone products. So they have been launched by Zen Technologies Limited. Correct, and remember here Hawkeye, this is a state-of-the-art anti-drone system with various sensor detection modules. Correct. Also, if we talk about this Barbaric is the world's lightest remote controlled weapon station. Then if we talk about Prasastha, this is an autonomous quadruped that uses light detection and ranging, that is LiDAR technology. So question can be asked, which of the following is a product that has been launched by Zen Technologies Limited that uses LiDAR technology? It is Prasastha. Correct. This will be used basically for real-time 3D terrain mapping and also for navigation and threat assessment. Next, which company recently received the authorization from InSpace to provide ground station as a service? So which is that organization? It is Dhruva Space Private Limited. They have received the authorization from InSpace to provide GSAS, that is ground station as a service. Right. Also remember, this will enable to provide crucial ground support and also will enable real-time satellite communication and control on the ground. Next, scientists from DASH have recently generated the first underseas map of Ram Setu or Adams Bridge using the laser technology from NASA's ICE-SAT-2. So these are the scientists from NASA, right? And they have recently generated the first undersea map of the Ram Setu. This is India, this is Sri Lanka, and this is your Ram Setu. This is also known as your Adams Bridge, and the underground map of this Ram Setu bridge has been recently developed using the laser technology from the NASA's ICE-SAT-2 satellite, and this has been done by the scientists from NASA. Next, which space organization has recently discovered 6 new exoplanets, and these are the name of these 6 new exoplanets that have been recently discovered. So they were discovered by the scientists of NASA. Next, name the new high resolution optical Earth observation satellite that was recently launched by China into space on board using Long March 4B carrier rocket from its Taiwan Satellite Launch Center. So what is the name of that high resolution Earth observation satellite? It is Gaofen 1105, and this is of China. Take a note of this. Next, which space agency has recently announced its plan to launch the Rapid Apophis mission for space safety, that is RAMSES, in 2028 to study the asteroid Apophis for planetary defense purposes. So, which space agency announced their plan to launch this RAMSES, that is a Rapid Apophis mission for space safety, in 2028 to study the Apophis asteroid? And the name of the space agency is ESA, European Space Agency, right? They have launched this RAMSES mission to study the Apophis asteroid. It will be launched in 2028. And this Apophis asteroid will be passing from Earth on 13th of April 2029. Next, which organization has recently conducted the second successful experimental flight test for the demonstration of air-breathing propulsion technology? It is our ISRO, right? They have conducted the second successful experimental flight test of the demonstration of air-breathing propulsion technology. This technology will provide low-cost space transportation and allow the vehicles to use atmospheric oxygen as an oxidizer. And this will overall reduce the weight of the, or we can say it will overall reduce the payload capacity of the rockets. Next, which organization has recently launched EcoZen, that is Asia's first low carbon green zinc? So it is Hindustan Zinc Limited. They have launched this EcoZen, that is the Asia's first low carbon green zinc. This is manufactured using renewable energy and making its carbon footprint about 75% lower than the global average. Next, what is the name of the giant planet orbiting a nearby star similar to Sun, which was recently discovered by a team of astronomers including the IIT Kanpur assistant professor Prashant Pathak? So what is the name of that giant planet orbiting nearby star similar to that of Sun? It is Epsilon Indi AB. And remember the name of the scientist also, that is assistant professor at IIT Kanpur Prashant Pathak, who recently discovered it. Epsilon Indi AB. The first question is, in May, the Boxing Federation of India became a member of which organization? So the Boxing Federation of India, they became a member of the World Boxing. And this decision was taken after the International Olympic Committee warned the National Federation to leave boxing out of the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games if they continue to be a part of the International Boxing Association. Next, name the Indian cricketer who has announced his retirement from all the forms of cricket on 1st of June after playing for India for almost 20 years. So Dinesh Karthik, he has announced officially his retirement from all the forms of cricket. Next, who won the women's single title at the Yonex Bonn International 2024, that is a Badminton World Federation Future Series event that was held from 29th of May to 1st of June in Germany. So right option is Tanvi Sharma, right? She has won the women's single title at the Yonex Bonn International 2024. Right? Take a note of this. Tanvi Sharma. She's just 15 years of age. Correct? And remember, if we talk about this Bonn International, Bonn is held where? It is held in Germany, and Bonn is a location in Germany. Correct? This was held from 29th of May to 1st of June. Correct? Next, In June, Indian contingent won 7 medals including 3 gold, 3 silver and 1 bronze at the Taiwan Athletics Open 2024 that was held in Taipei city of Taiwan. Dash has won the gold medal in the women's long jump event with a 6.43 meter jump. So, Indian contingent won 7 medals including 3 gold, 3 silver and 1 bronze at the Taiwan Athletics Open 2024. So, right option here is Nayana James. Right? So, Indian contingent won a total of 7 medals. In this, 3 were gold, 3 were silver and 1 was bronze. And this was at the Taiwan Athletics Open 2024 that was held in Taipei city of Taiwan. And Nayana James has won gold medal in the women's long jump events with 6.43 meter jump. Here remember one more thing. Nithaya Ramraj, correct, has won silver in the women's 100 meter hurdles. And one more thing, Ankesh Chaudhary won gold medal in men's 800 meter after clocking 1 minute 50 seconds 63 and right, this was the time for which he won gold medal. Next, name the Indian cricket player who has recently announced his retirement from all the forms of cricket at the age of 39. So right option is Kedar Jadhav. Right, he announced his retirement from all the forms of cricket at the age of 39. Next, name the Indian footballer who announced his retirement from international football after the FIFA World Cup qualifier match against Kuwait on 6th of June. He is Sunil Chhetri, right? Very famous Indian footballer. He is 39 years of age, right? And he has announced his retirement, correct, after the FIFA World Cup qualifier final match against Kuwait. Next, who won the Norway Chess 2024 title, defeating Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana of USA that was held from 27th of May to 7th of June in Norway. So who won the Norway Chess 2024? It was won by Magnus Carlsen. He is the world's #1 chess player. Magnus Carlsen is from Norway. Right, also the world's #1 chess player, and he has won the 2024 Norway Chess title and he defeated Fabiano Caruana of USA in the final round. Next, who has recently won the F1 Canadian Grand Prix 2024 title? It was won by Max Verstappen, correct? And Max Verstappen, he drives for Red Bull and he has recently won the F1 Canadian Grand Prix, right? Then McLaren's driver Lando Norris secured 2nd position here, correct? Moving on. Who won the men's single title at the French Open 2024, also known as Roland Garros, for the first time? So Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz, he's a Spanish tennis player and he has won the French Open 2024. French Open is also known as Roland Garros Award, right? And here remember, world's #1 Iga Swiatek of Poland, she has won the women's single title of French Open. And who won the men's single title of French Open? Carlos Alcaraz. Next, name the Indian shooter who has recently won the gold medal in the men's 10 meter air pistol category at the ISSF World Cup held in Munich, Germany. So Sarabjot Singh, right? He is the Indian shooter who won the gold medal in the men's 100 meter air pistol category at the ISSF World Cup 2024 held in Munich, Germany. And Sarabjot Singh also won bronze, if you remember, in the Paris Olympic Games along with Manu Bakar in the mixed double category. Next, which country is set to host the 14th edition of the FIH Hockey Men's Junior World Cup in 2025? It will be our India. Our India will be hosting the 14th edition of the FIH Men's Hockey Junior World Cup that will be held in 2025. It is India. And this is for the first time that FIH Hockey Junior World Cup has 24 participating team, and India will host the tournament for the 4th time since 2013. Next, who has recently won the under-20 girls title at the FIDE World Junior Chess Championship 2024 held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat? So Divya Deshmukh, right? She has won the under 20 girls title at the FIDE World Junior Chess Championship 2024 held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next, name the player who finished as runner-up in the men's single at the International or ATP Challenger 125 Perugia that was held in Perugia, Italy. So who is that player who finished as a runner-up in the men's single title at the ATP Challenger 125 Perugia? Sumit Nagal. Right? Sumit Nagal finished as the runner-up here. Next, name the Indian athlete who won the gold medal in the men's javelin throw event at Pavo Nurmi Games, a World Athletics Continental Tour event that was held in Turku, Finland. So, Neeraj Chopra, right? He is related to athletics, or we can say in athletics, the event is javelin throw, right? And he has secured the gold medal in the men's javelin throw event at the Pavo Nurmi Games, that is a World Athletics Continental Tour event that was held in Finland. Next, who has recently won the title at the 2024 Stepan Avangyan Memorial 17th category round robin chess tournament that was held in Armenia? So, who he will be? Right option is Arjun Argesi. Correct. Has won the title at the 2024 Stepan Avangyan Memorial 17th category round robin chess tournament that was held in Armenia. Correct, and this marks Arjun Argesi's second classical title of 2024. He previously won the Mendroka Open also in April 2024. Next, which state government has recently announced an extension of its sponsorship to Hockey India by 3 years until 2036? The right option here is which state? It is Odisha state. So Odisha state has extended their sponsorship to the India's men's hockey team by next 3 years, or for the another 3 years, that is 2036. Earlier it was till 2033. Now it has been extended till 2036. And why till 2036? Because in 1936 we can say, or in 2036, 100 years of the completion of Odisha state will take place, as it was established in 1936 as the state. So for the same reason, to sponsor, it will be sponsoring Hockey India by 2036. Next, who has recently won the F1 2024 Spanish Grand Prix held in Spain? Right? So, Max Verstappen, right, has won the F1 2024 Spanish Grand Prix that was held in Montmeló, Spain. Correct? So, Max Verstappen is the right option. Also, for Max Verstappen, it is the third Spanish Grand Prix and 7th win of 2024, as well as the 61st career victory of 2024. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to under 17/under 23 Asian Wrestling Championship held in Jordan? If we look at the options here, option which are correct, option A and C are right. A is saying that Indian wrestlers secured 22 medals, out of which 8 gold, 5 silver and 9 bronze in the under 17 Asian Wrestling Championship 2024. Absolutely right. C is saying that India topped the under 20 men's freestyle and women's wrestling ranking. Absolutely right. But B is saying that Indian wrestlers secured 25 medals, 9 gold, 10 silver, 6 bronze in under 23 Asian Wrestling Championship. Is it correct? So no. In this, Indians received a total of 23 medals, out of which 9 gold, 10 silver and 4 bronze was there. Now option B is also right. Next, who has recently won the F1 British Grand Prix 2024 held in England, UK? So Lewis Hamilton, right? He has won the F1 British Grand Prix that was held in London or England, UK. Correct. Who secured the second position? Max Verstappen secured the second position and Lando Norris here secured the third position. Next, who has been recently appointed as chef de mission for the Indian contingent at the Paris 2024 Olympics? So, Gagan Narang has been appointed as chef de mission for the Indian contingent at Paris Olympics 2024. Next, name the Indian player who has recently won the men's single title at the St. Denis Reunion Open 2024. So, Tharun Manepalli has recently won the men's single title at the St. Denis Reunion Open 2023. 3. Now, which is or this tournament is related to which sport, or Tharun Mannepalli is related to which sport? He is related to badminton. Next, who has recently appointed as the new head coach of the ICC Senior Men's up to 2027? So, we are talking about cricket here. Indian Senior Men's Cricket Team coach is Gautam Gambhir now. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Rahul Dravid, and he will be in this position till 2027. Next, which organization has recently been named as the principal sponsor of the Indian team at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games? So, Adani Group is the principal sponsor of the Indian team at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Next, Puma India has recently partnered with the Indian Olympic Association to become the official footwear partner for the Indian contingent at the Dash. So Puma India, they have recently partnered with Indian Olympic Association to become the official footwear partner for the Indian contingent at the Paris Olympic Games 2024. And this partnership will provide over 100 athletes with various equipments that include your footwears, bags, accessories, etc. Next, which of the following statement is incorrect with respect to the 137th edition of the Wimbledon Championship from 1st to 14th of July in London, UK? We are talking about the one that is incorrect. So option B is incorrect. That means A and C are right. A is saying Spain's Carlos Alcaraz has won 2024 gentlemen's single title defeating Novak Djokovic of Serbia. Right. C is saying Great Britain's Henry Patton and Finland's Harry Heliovara won the 2024 men's double title by defeating Austria's Max Purcell and Jordan Thompson. This is also right. B is saying that Iga Swiatek of Poland has won the women's single title defeating Jasmine Paolini of Italy. Is it right? No, not Iga Swiatek. Remember, she was Barbara Krejcikovic. Barbara of Czech Republic has won the women's single title defeating Jasmine Paolini of Italy. Now all the options are right. Next, who won the 17th edition of the Union of European Football Association, that is UEFA European Football Championship held in Germany? It was won by Spain. Correct? So we can say Spain has won the Euro Cup for the 4th time, and Spain previously won the title in 1964, then in 2008, then in 2012, and now in 2024. That is the 4th time they have won it. Next, which country recently won the 48th edition of Copa America held in USA? It is Argentina. Copa America is related to which sport? It is related to football. And who won it? It was won by Argentina. This was the 48th edition of Copa America that was held, and Argentina has won it. Next, Indian champions team led by Yuvraj Singh won the inaugural edition of the World Championship of Legends that was hosted by England country. It was hosted from 3rd to 13th of July. This World Championship of Legend is basically, this was a tournament of cricket in which the previous cricketers or the retired cricketers took part from various countries here. And our Indian champions team has here led by Yuvraj Singh won this inaugural edition. Next, which country has recently signed a 12-year deal with the International Olympic Committee to host the first Olympic esports games in 2025? It is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia will be hosting the first ever esports game, and they will be hosting this in 2025. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, name the BTS member who recently became the first ever Korean singer to carry the 2024 Paris Olympic Games torch. So who is that BTS member? Kim Seokjin, right? His stage name is Jin. He's a BTS member and he participated in the torch lay of the Paris Olympic Games. Correct? Take a note of this. And he became the first ever K-pop singer to carry a Olympic torch. Next, who has been recently appointed as the representative for South Asia in the Asian Paralympic Committee? So Deepa Malik has been appointed as the representative for South Asia in the Asian Paralympic Committee. Correct? Also remember, she is related to shot put and she became the first female para-athlete to win a silver medal in the shot put category at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. She was honored with Arjuna Award in 2012, Padma Shri in 2017, and Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratan Award in 2019. Next, who recently won the All India Football Federation Men's Footballer of the Year 23-24? So, Lelianzula Changate, he has won the AIFF Men's Footballer of the Year for 23-24. And Indumati Catherison, she is an Indian women's football player. She is from Tamil Nadu and she has been named as the AIFF Women Footballer of the Year for 23-24. And Lelinzula Changate, he is from Mizoram. Both are important, take a note of them. Next, who has recently won the bronze medal in the sabre category at the Commonwealth Junior and Cadet Fencing Championship 24 held in New Zealand? So Shreya Gupta, right? Shreya Gupta, she is an Indian fencer. She is from Jammu and Kashmir and she has won the bronze medal here in the sabre category at the Commonwealth Junior and Cadet Fencing Championship that was held in New Zealand. Next, who has recently won the F1 Hungarian Grand Prix held in Hungary? So Oscar Piastri, right, has won the F1 Hungarian Grand Prix that was held in Hungary. Next, which city has recently elected as the host of the 26th Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games for 2030? So which is that country or which is that city? To be honest, it is French Alps and the country here is France. Correct, they have been elected as the host of the 26th Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games held in 2030. The French Alps 2030 will be the first edition of the Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games to fully integrate the principles of Olympic Agenda of 2020 and 2020+5 focusing on sustainability. Next, one more thing, remember, this is the 26th edition we are talking about. If we talk about the 27th edition of the Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games that will be held in 2034, it will be held in Salt Lake City of Utah, that is in USA. Next, who has recently won the F1 Belgian Grand Prix held at the Stadtwald, Belgium? So Lewis Hamilton has won the F1 Belgian Grand Prix. Next, which country has recently won the Women's T20 Asia Cup title 2024? It is Sri Lanka that has won the Women's T20 Asia Cup title 2024. They defeated India's women cricket team in the final.